Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, October the 15th, 2015. An Israeli woman in her 70s was moderately to seriously wounded yesterday evening in a stabbing attack on Jaffa Road outside Jerusalem's central bus station. A Palestinian terrorist stabbed the woman while she was getting on a bus. The driver saw her, got her onto the bus, and shut the doors to keep the terrorist out. The woman was given initial medical treatment by a Magen David Adom paramedic who was at the scene before being taken to Shaarei Tzedek Medical Center. Police ran after the terrorist who fled and shot and killed him. Israel security agency the Shin Bet later identified the attacker as 23-year-old Ahmed Shaban from the neighborhood of Ras El Amud. Shaban recently was released from jail in Israel for security offenses after serving 3 years. Israel responded to a speech made last night by Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, in which Abbas accused Israel of executing Palestinian children. Abbas said Israel is, quote, executing our boys in cold blood, as they did with the boy Ahmed Manasra and other children in Jerusalem and other places, unquote. 13-year-old Ahmed Manasra, together with his 15-year-old cousin Hassan Manasra, carried out a terror attack in Pisgat Ze'ev on Monday, stabbing and critically injuring a 13-year-old boy and seriously injuring a 25-year-old man. The cousin Hassan was shot and killed by police after he charged at them with a knife. Ahmed was injured after being hit by a car, the driver apparently trying to stop the attack. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office issued a statement right after Abbas's speech, saying he was spreading lies and incitement and that Ahmed is alive and being cared for at Hadassah Hospital. Photographs and video clips were also released showing the boy recovering in his hospital bed. Other Palestinian officials had also claimed that the boys were innocent. However, video footage also released by Israel clearly shows them armed with knives looking for victims and then shows the actual stabbings. The Jewish Agency for Israel's Fund for Victims of Terror began dispersing immediate financial aid to Israelis affected by the recent attacks. They are meant to address the most urgent needs of the families, including the purchase of medical equipment and paying for accommodations for family members. The grants are made possible by contributions from the Jewish Federations of North America, as well as Keren HaYesod UIA and other donors. And in the wake of the recent wave of terror, rabbis and leaders from across the streams of Judaism here in the U.S. are coming together this Shabbat, Friday night and Saturday, to stand united with Israel. Leaders of the Reform, Conservative, Orthodox, and Reconstructionist movements are joining with the Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations in a special Sabbath of solidarity with Israel. Chairman and Executive Vice Chairman, respectively, Stephen Greenberg and Malcolm Hoenlein said there would be a series of programs and actions to show the support of the American Jewish community for the people of Israel, who are dealing daily with the violence. They said they hoped that synagogues across the country would add special prayers to their services and that rabbis would discuss the current situation during their sermons. They said, we also hope they will encourage members to visit Israel, express public support for Israel in the media, and to elected officials. Taking part in the special Shabbat, the Central Conference of American Rabbis, United Synagogue of Conservative Judaism, the Rabbinical Assembly, the Union of Orthodox Jewish Congregations of America, the Rabbinical Council of America, the National Council of Young Israel, the Reconstructionist Rabbinical College and Jewish Reconstructionist Communities, and the Union for Reform Judaism. URJ President Rabbi Rick Jacobs said, our hearts break as our people are viciously attacked in communities throughout our beloved Jewish state. Jacobs said they joined with the Jewish people everywhere to pray for a, quote, peaceful Shabbat that leads to a safer and more secure state of Israel. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio is on his way to Israel. The mayor departed the Big Apple today for his first trip to the country since taking office in January of 2014. He will be taking part in the annual Conference of Mayors organized by the American Jewish Congress, the American Council for World Jewry, and the World Forum of Russian-Speaking Jewry, which will take place in Jerusalem. The New York Times reports that during his 3-day trip, de Blasio will also visit with students, parents, and faculty members of a bilingual school in Jerusalem, where Arab and Israeli children attend classes together. And looking now at our programming for tonight, Thursday, October the 15th. Since today is the 50th anniversary of Nostra Aetate, JBS will be featuring special programming relating to the landmark document. At 7:30, International Director of Interreligious Affairs of the American Jewish Committee, David Rosen, discusses interfaith relations. At 8, Dr. Susan Zuccotti talks about her book on the Vatican during the Holocaust. And at 9, Rosen discusses the relationship between Jews and the Vatican on L'chaim with Mark Golub. And stay tuned for an expanded edition of In the News, as Mark Golub will be speaking with guests about the wave of violence in Israel. Guests include Aaron David Miller, who is Vice President of New Initiatives for the Woodrow Wilson International Center in Washington, D.C. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, October the 15th, 2015. I'm Teisha Bader.